Swazdula, my people. Today is the 30th. The dev stream has ended, and heavy spoilers ahead. Please do not watch this if you are not caught up on Warframe lore. But my name is Darkader, and I would consider myself somewhat of a connoisseur of Warframe lore and story, considering I've been playing it since it launched in 2013. And I'm an English major. I'm very heavily invested in stories, and I play video games for story usually. What we have here is the newest trailer that just dropped today. I have a reaction video of the entire dev stream coming out later today, but it's very long and it's going to take a while to export and upload and everything. So this video might go out first. Point is, we are doing a breakdown of this trailer and what the hell is happening in it. And I'm going to just assume that you are at least, savvy to the main storyline of Warframe. I'll be going over some details that maybe aren't so clear. But in my conversations with people who have been talking with me about, holy shit, that trailer was awesome, turns out apparently it's not so clear to them, or I guess people just don't know as much about the story of Warframe as I would have expected. So we're just going to go through this. It's only a 3-minute trailer. I'm going to kind of break down what's happening, who characters are, and some questions, maybe some theories, stuff like that. Let's just start. We're going to go through it quite slowly here. Let's do it. All right, so first shot. This is, as far as we know, some correlates or some remnant of Natah's mother. Okay, so Natah obviously is the Lotus. Like I said, big spoilers. Don't watch this if you don't know that. And throughout the whole story, Lotus has now become the kind of the villain, the pseudo villain of the game. So we know from a couple of trailers, a couple of small story quests back, that Lotus and Ballas and Era are hanging out in this giant ship, and it has something to do with Lotus's mother. First red flag, first big question, right, is what the fuck about Hunhow? What about Lotus's father, right? He was essential in the second dream, and then he appeared in Octavia's anthem for some reason, and he hasn't even been mentioned for like 6 years or something. I am hoping to God he appears in some form in this quest, but there's really no reason to assume such a thing. But anyway, that's what this ship is. It's either some vessel that Lotus's mother was able to pilot, or it's like Lotus's mother's body or something like that. And we're hanging out in here. This is probably where the climax of the quest is going to take place. And also, if this is not also obvious, this is in the Tau system. Usually you can tell that if we're surrounded by a red background, we're either in the Veil Proxima or in the Tau system. And we know that the Sentients haven't fully invaded the Origin system yet. So it's safe to assume that this is in Tau, which is a different solar system than the Origin system, which is where all of Warframe takes place. We know that the Sentients have been banished there, and they're on the way back. That's the whole concept of this war. All right. So obviously that's a sentient, some kind of battlist or conculist or whatever. Let's hear. So, all right. So this character is an operator. Okay. So this is complicated. So right. So in the new cinematic trailer that was added to Warframe like a year or so ago, it shows that the whole trailer is this girl that kind of swims up from some ruins of an Ostron village and runs into an abandoned void tower on Earth and finds the 3 starter Warframes and then transfers into whichever one you choose, right? So that's kind of like she's like the Canon Operator now, or like the Canon Tenno character, and this confirms that this is the same character. It's obviously, you know, the same girl's head. She's had a haircut since then, but that, you know, that makes sense since we can customize her operator's hair and everything. The complication is that in the second dream, when you acquire your operator, they are, you know, obviously confused. They don't have any memories. They didn't even know that their Warframe wasn't their actual body. And so how does this Canon Operator understand the second dream? Because the second dream is obviously a canon thing that happens to both us and this character here. That's a weird question. Maybe it'll be touched on in this quest. I have no idea. I mean, this character's probably not going to appear in the quest. It's probably going to be our actual operator, obviously. And so I don't know. It's just like I guess it's, you can just imagine this as some correlate of your operator and just kind of not think about it. Point is, looks really good. I think this was made by the same studio that made that intro quest. I didn't actually check to confirm that, but it looks like it. Anyway, let's continue. All right, so obviously this is Nata, or the Lotus, who has, you know, been stolen by Ballas and taken to Tau. And Ballas and Era should be around here somewhere, but not in this trailer. So I don't know. You know, I mean, we'll see in the quest what the sequence of events is. But apparently at some point, you know, we're going to come face to face with Nata. And we're going to have to do something about this situation, finally. I mean, it's been fucking years, you know? So it's also worth mentioning that this operator right now doesn't have an amp on her arm. I don't know if that's just for the trailer's sake, because there's no like Canon amp that you equip or anything, or if we're going to lose our amp for some reason. And I don't know if most of the quest is going to take place as an operator, like your Warframe gets disabled or something like that. No idea. We'll see. So we get all sad because, oh my god, that's been our fucking, you know, mother for 8 years. And now this is the part that, first of all, this is the part that I almost cried in the reaction video you're going to see later. This is the part that apparently people aren't 100% clear on. I mean, this is the imagery in this trailer is very obvious and very poignant, but I've seen a lot, like tens of people confused about what the hell's going on at like a fundamental level. So I'm going to explain this because it's really like 100% clear and obvious what's happening. And I don't know why people don't get it. So here, let's look. So this is our operator laying in a bed now. Obviously, the last shot we just looked at Nata's face, and we know that Nata, her face, her humanoid form, is a copy by the sentience to look like Margulis, who was essentially our savior, our surrogate mother after our parents died aboard the Zeraman 10-0 in the Void Jump incident. This is the whole, you know, pre-Old War setup of Warframe. If you don't know anything about this, I really don't know what to tell you. Go read the codex or watch some other lore videos. I mean, it's really, I can't really go into the entire every single detail, but this is obviously a memory, right? We just looked at Nata's face, and then it cuts to us somewhere else. It's obviously like a memory in the past or something like that. Maybe we do see the Unum is being destroyed in the new war in previous trailers. The Unum has been established in like Science Vigil and whatever other fucking quest about the Eidolons there is. The Unum is pretty much a chamber of time. If you know about Kingdom Hearts, this is slight spoilers for Kingdom Hearts. If you know about the Keyblade No Name, where it's a sword at a fundamental level, it's a sword with an eye in it, and the eye can see and record all of time, like in the same room that it sees. Like it's eternally recording what it's seeing. That's the Unum pretty much, but more than like the same room. It's like the whole solar system. It's a recording of all time. I don't know how long back it goes, but obviously back before like the old war and everything, it has records of slight evidence that it could be used to go back in time, maybe forward in time. Onco in Cetus has some details about it and everything, and he is clearly, you know, peered into it and everything. So perhaps we will be able to go back and see this kind of scene through the Unum somehow, or you know, the point is we're going to be regaining some memories about our past, because as it stands now, our operator does not remember too much about the Zeraman life anymore through you know, the fucking million years of cryosleep, however long it is. So we're either going to be gaining these memories or going back to experience them firsthand. So anyway, what these memories are is we're obviously remembering the second. I mean, this is 1-to-1 the second dream, right? We know what this is. Lotus carries us to the somatic link, and we're going to, you know, we're having PTSD flashbacks or something. And here we are, you know, doing a mission. This is another memory. Like, it's kind of like, this is kind of, we're just recapping some of the game story up to this point. This is the coolest shit I've ever seen. I don't know if you guys know. This is literally like the most beautiful fucking thing I've ever viewed in mine eyes in my life. Oh my fucking god. Like, look at this. Like, holy fucking shit, right? My god. This is incredible. So anyway, we get, you know, fucked up, and this whole scene where we're just fighting some greenery kind of has no bearing on what, unlike lore. It's just kind of establishing that the operator controls the warframes, you know, for, I guess it's for establishing sake. We got void powers. So what has just happened, we got pissed off and we shot some void powers, and we got really fucking enraged. Her face is very angry, very almost out of character for her, almost out of control. We know that back on the Zeraman, when we were being taken care of by Margulis, our void powers that we had acquired during the void jump incident were completely out of control, and we could not control them, and we ended up blinding Margulis and leading her to her death eventually. So what I'm interpreting this particular shot as is you know, just evidence of our void powers kind of, it's being almost like a Super Saiyan kind of state when we use them. Like, we get really pissed off in order to use our void powers. And so we immediately jump to another scene where we are perhaps waking up from a nightmare. We're screaming, we're very scared, and we wake up to the arms of a lady. Now, I'm getting choked up here, but it's very obvious. I had people arguing on like who this character is. I had people thinking that it was Lotus, that it was fucking Maru. I heard people saying that it was the adult operator from the Duviri Paradox. Are you fucking insane? Unless we do a Michael Jackson in the future. This is, I mean, point is, this is Margulis. This is aboard the Zeraman. We wake up from a nightmare or some kind of, you know, void power related dream, and we're you know, in agony, and Margulis is here to help. That this is the entire concept of, you know, when we were aboard the Zeraman, how we became Tenno. This is our origin story right here. I don't know how it could fucking possibly, and they would have had to make like a graphic on screen with an arrow pointing at her saying, this is fucking Margulis. Her name is this is a character. There's a new character named Margulis. This is her. I don't know how the fuck people aren't 100% clear that this is Margulis. It's the most obvious shit in the world. If you know anything about Warframe, I don't understand you people. I'm sorry, but this is Margulis comforting us aboard the Zeraman. And it is the first time that we've ever explicitly seen Margulis. That is a fair point, but we know that, you know, Nata is made to look like Margulis, and we've seen her without her helmet on in the apostasy, and also, you know, throughout the sacrifice and everything. This looks pretty similar. That's Margulis, okay? It's not, like, come on. And we're obviously aboard the Zeramin because that is where the Tenno were with Margulis ever, right? And it can't be, I heard people saying, like, this is our mom, but at any point where we would have been with Margulis, our parents are dead. And at any point where we have our void powers, that is after the void jump incident where our parents died or were killed. So it's out of the question this is our mother or related to us. This is like, come on, this is Margulis, all right? Just come on. It's very plain, very clear cut. Anyway, I'm crying, right? When this happens in the actual quest, I'm going to be a wreck. Anyway, point is, you know, then we cut back to present day, where we're taking on the image of our mother that we've believed was our mother for, you know, 8 years since we woke up from cryo sleep, and we have to fucking battle her, possibly kill her, you know. And then she's crying because this is obviously the hardest shit you've ever had to do, hardest shit I'm ever gonna have to do on the 15th. Anyway, that's the gist, right? So I don't know, it's pretty plain and simple and clean, in fact. That's really it. That's the breakdown. Please join me on the 15th for the new war. I will be uploading a reaction video. They said in the dev stream that it is several hours long, so it's probably going to be a couple of separate videos, a couple of different parts. Like, Jesus Christ, right? They said there's 70 minutes of original music composed just for this quest, and that's fucking insane. That's mind-blowing. I'm incredibly excited. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment, what do you think about the new war? What are some more fan theories? What do you think's gonna happen? What loadout are you gonna take into the quest? What the hell? Like, give me all your information. I wanna have a conversation about this, because God knows I'm gonna go to work later today and just fucking tell all my coworkers about how excited I am, and they're gonna be like, "No, you're such a fucking nerd." Anyway, thank you. I'll see you guys out on the star chart. See you later, Tenno.